Hey, this is Rory with Neoseeker here at E3 2012, and I'm here with Chris from Trion, and we're looking at Defiance. Will you tell us a little bit about your game, Chris?
Sure. Defiance is a third-person shooter MMO with a persistent world that is just going to rock everybody's socks off.
Right on. That sounds exciting. So we saw a little bit of the open world action in the game. Can you tell us a little bit about what else we'll see in your game?
Yeah, sure. You're going to see tons of really cool vehicles. You're going to see extreme combat. You're going to see open world events. You're going to see crazy fun instances. Lots of badass shooting people's heads off. It is got tons of progression. You'll be able to customize your character, build your look, build your weapons, affect the world, and be awesome. Express mine. This is in the Defiance universe in the San Francisco Marin County area, and the universe is set in the future, about 40-ish years, where humans and aliens are now having to live together on Earth after pretty much a cataclysmic war. Aliens showed up to the planet. Mass disaster, and the entire planet is really kind of terraformed. So it's kind of this new frontier vibe to it now. So we just kind of have to get along with everybody and make a living in this sort of new era. You play as a player, you play as an arc hunter, which is someone, it's kind of like our world treasure hunter, where you look for alien technology, try and find it, sell it off, goods as needed. It's a sort of a crazy but fun way to make a living in this universe. Here you're mixed up with a couple of ne'er-do-wells, going through the mine, hunting down some riches, and you'll see that as you see the story progression. You get these really cool cutscenes that will fill you in on at least what the narrative is and where you're supposed to be going, what you're supposed to be doing. You'll meet one of our NPC characters in this as well. But it's a great co-op map. It's a shooter with MMO elements in it, and that's kind of the fun, cool part about it. You get these really fun instances where you have these natural breakpoints that players are able to experience to get a bit of a story to help them understand the scope of what they're doing overall, but then also this really fun play experience where they get to capitalize on their shooter skills.
Right. So you said it was like an MMO. How about loot? How does loot work?
Well, as you can see on the screen, I mean, we have loot drops. Drop off of monsters that you would kill, characters you would encounter, just like any other loot progression in a classic MMO sense. You'll also have special weapons that can drop as well that you'll be able to equip. You'll have mods that you'll be able to apply to an existing weapon, so you'll be able to sort of customize your gear to your play style, which is kind of awesome.
So it's almost Borderlands-esque in that you'll see different rarities of types of equipment drop
I
on
think
the ground.
it's MMO understood that, yes. I mean, we touch base on those same things that I think the things of progression and that MMO players understand and that feel really natural. I think we do touch on those much in that way. So, but then again, also with awesome shooting and awesome instances and high-end storytelling. As you guys get further and further, you'll see some of the challenges.
So in this instance, we're seeing them fighting against a different faction of humans.
Yeah, these are the Raiders group, which is sort of a Mad Max-esque fringe group that controls a particular territory, and they're sort of encroaching on one of their bases.
Okay, and that's this instance, but other instances will be against different factions.
Absolutely, there's large amounts of groups, different factions. We have our cyborg miners. We have our alien species that show up. We have homegrown human problems. It's a pretty vast world now that we're kind of living in with the world of Defiance and sort of the Earth as it stands now.
So how will progression work in that? Will it just be instance after different types of instances, or will each faction have its own separate story?
I don't want to spoil it, but you'll see some of the progression examples we have with large world events that players will be able to team up with their friends and participate in that are outdoor. We also have these instance type progression things where you can still team up with your friends or people you don't know, and you game together and you just have a good time shooting guys in the face. We have a lot of different ways and have players have this sense of I am important in this world, and I am making a difference in this world, and I can see the effect of those things.
Okay. Are you guys aiming for a free-to-play title? It's free-to-play, or
we haven't determined that
no,
yet.
Nothing yet. Okay.
Nope.
So right now they're just making their way through this dungeon.
Absolutely, yeah. Just making their way down. It's this dungeon is actually a fraction of what the experience actually ends up being, but it's pretty deep. It's pretty amazing. But we thought we'd carve out a nice little piece of it for you guys to experience. Right there. Let's see. Where are we going here? Oh, yeah. So another door. So we're almost there.
Uh-oh, ammo caches. That means something nasty is out.
There's always something nasty behind a door. That's how it goes, man. Got to watch where those grenades go, too. You can also see in the progression, also each of these players here have different looks, different vibe to their looks. That's also another way in which we sort of let players progress, not only with the customization of their weapons, but also playing with their costumes, playing with their looks, playing with their mods, playing with their abilities.
And you'll be able to change that between different instances?
Yeah, you can change that when you need to.
Oh, anytime, real time then?
Yeah, but not you can, if you wanted to now, you could open up your weapons, you could open those up, set your gear, change it out to a better loadout that you prefer. So if you're I like sniper rifles, but man, in a pinch, I'll take a shotgun. You can do that. Oh, we got a man down. We should try and rev him. You can rev your teammates. So it's cooperative. But yeah, I mean, you can build your loadouts however you want to.
So we can see that they're clearing out this room. Could you potentially just run right through it to reach? No, you have to clear it out.
Answer straight no. Oh yeah. Okay. And running through it by yourself, probably not a good idea. Never gonna happen.
Okay.
But to offset that too, I mean, we do have other things where players get to do sort of solo instancing, in that we have rampage. You'll see it when we get to the outdoor area, but we have rampages, we have challenges in the world where you get to you can compete in your own instance, but you compete against your score versus your friend's scores, versus your group score, and it's a who does better, and there's rewards associated with that as well. But there's an award scheme that you'll be able to see, and you'll be able to check leaderboards and look how I did against my friends. Don't take that shot. Nice. I love that you picked a sniper rifle. That's my play style. Oh yeah, I'm with you.
Got a very distinct look to it too.
Cool.
I'm assuming this is all like alien technology that's been brought from the war.
This is the fun of this universe and this IP is that a lot of things will feel homegrown because it is still Earth, but the interesting part is that yes, we are living in this new era where we have to account for those kinds of things. That technology exists, and it's how you choose to use and abuse it. Oh, there you go. There's a big guy. The Raider Tanker is one example of one sort of mid-boss character. So not even an end boss.
He looks like he has some pustule problems growing on him.
That's actually one of our weapons that you can use. Oh. Talking about that alien technology, someone here is firing an infector
Okay.
which fires off these little spores. You can see them jumping right at him, and they'll attach themselves to a target and then explode on the target and infect and ruin the target.
So does this guy have a weak point? Will headshots work, or firing on his back, or something similar?
I believe yes. Actually, I mean every boss has a special gimmick to it, and every boss is going to have a weak spot to it. Looks like everybody's really messing them up, but they're right on track. They're aiming for the tank. They're trying to slow him down. And that's another good example of really having to pay attention to what is the trick to beat this guy. What's the cooperative trick to beat this guy? And I thought that was a really good example. Someone using the infector, someone trying to snipe him, and then someone distracting with a machine gun fire and lob grenades.
Surviving an arc fall is easy if you have friends. To really live, you have to find a place to make a difference.
There we go. So that's a little bit deeper into the mine. Boom, and that's all you're going to get. But another example of how we're trying to, and I think really pulling off, blending this really great shooter feel with these sort of rich visual MMO storytelling moments, and then blending that with the MMO understood progression that I think players will really glean on and really enjoy.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Sure. We're not even done. We're ready to go outside now. You guys can check out our big event.
Cool.